A perusal of the Quran, followed by a study of latter-day Muslim history, will reveal a blatant contradiction between the two, that of principle and practice. Where recent developments in some Muslim countries bespeak the culture of war, the Quran, on the contrary, is imbued with the spirit of tolerance. Its culture is not that of war, but of mercy. At the very beginning of the Quran, the first invocation reads, "In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent." Throughout the Quran, God's name is thus invoked no less than 113 times. Moreover, the Quran states that the prophets were sent to the world as a mercy to the people. The word jihad has nowhere been used in the Quran to mean war in the sense of launching an offensive. It is used rather to mean struggle. The action most consistently called for in the Quran is the exercise of patience. Yet today, the Muslim muhadin, under unfavorable conditions, have equated God is great with war is great. For them, the greatest reward is to be able to wield a Kalashnikov rifle. In the light of ongoing conflict, we must ask why so great a contradiction has arisen between the principles of Islam and the practices of Muslims. At least one root cause may be traced to historical exigency. The Prophet's biographies were called Maghazi, that is, the battles fought by the Prophet. Yet the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, in fact did battle only 3 times in his entire life, and the period of his involvement in these battles did not total more than 1.5 days. He fought, let it be said, in self-defense, when hemmed in by aggressors, where he simply had no option. But historians, flying in the face of fact, have converted his whole life into one of confrontation and war. We must keep in mind that the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, was born at a time when an atmosphere of militancy prevailed in Arab society, there being, in their view, no other path to justice. But the Prophet always opted for avoidance of conflict. For instance, in the campaign of Azab, the Prophet advised his companions to dig a trench between them and the enemies, thus preventing a head-on clash. Another well-known instance of the Prophet's dislike for hostilities is the Hudaybiyah peace treaty, in which the Prophet accepted all the conditions of the enemy. In the case of the conquest of Mecca, he avoided a battle altogether by making a rapid entry into the city with 10,000 Muslims, a number large enough to awe his enemies into submission. In this way, on all occasions, the Prophet endeavored to achieve his objectives by peaceful rather than by warlike means. It is therefore unconscionable that in later biographical writing, all the events of his life have been arranged under the heading of battles. How he managed to avert the cataclysms of war has not been dealt with in any of the works which purportedly depict his life. Thank you for watching The Shared Truth. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on for more content. We also invite you to explore the channel's playlist for more videos that may interest you. If you have any suggestions or inquiries you'd like us to explore, feel free to share your ideas with us at any time by emailing us at thesharedtruthsib@gmail.com.